So was it because you were feeling nauseated that you
Oh
didn't
yeah.
take any of the meds?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's try again.
Okay.
But you don't have to worry about the eating. I'm going to start some intravenous feeding.
Okay.
Some TPN to get you caught up with calories.
Okay.
Just sip on whatever fluid you want. We'll figure out the fluids.
So the order came through already, and I did that cup of chicken broth
That's fine.
so far.
Just sip on whatever you fancy. You can nibble on a little bit, but we're not going to be worried about how much you're eating. And then that way, as long as you're not nauseated and forcing yourself to eat, maybe you can take the medications and we can get this output down.
How's the output been lately?
Not budging.
No, still about 4?
4.3.
Okay.
Particularly with not really taking any of the meds yesterday. We don't know what effect, because we talked about doubling the Imodium and doing the fibre. So you can have, like, I'm not saying don't eat anything if you feel fine, but it seems that you've felt a little, like full and not quite ready for a while. So let's just do the intravenous feeding, and we're not worrying about how much you're taking by mouth. Take what feels good. So if you, like we were talking yesterday about taking the tincture of opium with something in juice, you can also mix it in applesauce.
Right.
I want you to mix the fibre in applesauce, and let's see what we can do today in terms of getting that output down.
Would it make sense? My concern is if we're doing several things to slow down my small bowel, tincture of opium, Imodium, stool thickeners, things like that. If we slow down the small bowel before the stomach slows down its output, then don't we kind of end up with the same thing?
No, what we're trying to do is slow things down enough that the small bowel has time to physiologically adapt and start absorbing more fluid.
Okay.
So it's not just that your stomach makes gastric juices, your small bowel does too. So there are multiple sources of where fluid is coming from. So it's not just a case of your stomach emptying out. And there's no way of separately monitoring gastric output versus small bowel.
Sure.
Small bowel enzymatic juices and stuff like that. So we usually just try to slow things down, not to make you back up, but to give the small bowel more time to absorb fluid.
Okay.
That's the rationale for it.
All right, because I'm cramping right now. It's not bad. It just feels like peristaltic cramping, I guess.
Okay, and it's not the clearish, watery stuff of someone with a bowel obstruction. Okay, all right, and let's just try that today. Then there's no pressure to eat.
So, if I wanted to eat, should I or no?
Then you can. If you're not feeling backed up and not cramping, just, a little bit. And just take what feels good. If you start to feel full, then stop.
Okay. Well, that's a fine line, because I could technically say I feel pretty full right now.
Okay. Then don't push it. Just concentrate on liquids.
Okay.
I'm letting you steer that part of what you decide to take. You'll take care of the calories and the fluid, and I'm trying to give the small bowel a bit more opportunity to slow down and absorb more fluid.
I don't know if it's the talking about food or what, but just now I'm getting just a tinge of nausea.
Exactly. Then I don't want you to worry about eating anything. We're going to fix the calories, because sometimes just not eating properly for a while can make you feel nauseated as well. So we'll take care of the calorie side of things. We'll watch your fluid balance. You can sip on whatever. If you fancy some food when it comes around, try a little bit, see how you do. But just don't force it.
Okay, so maybe if I did the psyllium in applesauce?
Yeah, it's a good start.
Okay.
Yeah. Maureen?
All right.
So you can do the bananas. That's a thickening food as well.
Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else. So that's throughout the remainder of the day. Clear liquids, a little bit of food as I feel comfortable with it. And then they're back onto Imodium, tincture of opium, and psyllium. Okay.
And then for the intravenous feeding, they put a long line in one of the bigger veins in the arm, so the tip threads up to the bigger veins.
Okay.
Okay, so that's called the PICC team. It stands for peripherally inserted central catheter. So we'll get one of those.
All right. Do we know when to expect that? A few
No,
hours.
because we haven't even put the order in for it. So.
Okay.
But the TPN itself is a bag of yellow fluid. That won't come up until this evening.
Oh, okay.
Because that's typically when pharmacy sends it up each day. But we'll put the order in for that now, so they'll start formulating it.
Got it. Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
Okay.